Phew, I finally found the temple I was looking for. Now I can enter here and... Wait, what is this? Enchanted bedrock. You can't enchant blocks in Minecraft. Let me see what this does. What? I can camouflage a bedrock! No, that's not possible! I can paint all sides of the bedrock with different blocks, and it can't be broken! This is bizarre. You can hide a very secure entire base underground. I will test blocks with illegal enchantments like piston with infinity, door with camouflage, and even TNT with black hole enchantment. But besides that, I will rank these new enchantments from least illegal to most illegal. This can get me banned from Minecraft, starting with the infinity chest. And the first step is to craft the block enchantment table, which instead of using a book on top to make the normal enchantment table, you use another enchantment table and create the enchanted enchantment table. When you place it on the ground, it looks like a normal enchantment table, but if I get close, it creates this space for me to place a block and choose the enchantment. So I can come here and select the Infinity Enchantment 1. Apply it to my chest. It will give a really cool animation and I have an enchanted chest with infinity. Unlike a normal chest that has 27 slots for you to store items, this enchanted chest with infinity has a cute animation when you get close. And when you open it, it looks like a normal chest. In fact, it even seems smaller because it has 21 slots and not 27. But you can come here and buy more chest slots. Still don't get it? Look, I just bought 3 chest slots, so I'm going to put lapis lazuli here, fill this whole section with lapis lazuli, open the next side, and I have more chest slots. And this is one of the features of the enchanted chest with infinity. Besides that, I can come here to this little bottle and store all my XP. Look, now I have 0 XP. If I click on this little bottle again, I get my XP back. It might not seem very useful, but for example, I'm at 0 XP and I'm going to kill 5 zombies just to show you how much XP I'll gain. There, 5 zombies, I gained 2 levels and an almost full bar. And now, I have 31 XP and I'm going to kill the same number of zombies. You can notice that instead of gaining almost 3 levels of XP, I didn't even gain a third of the full bar. But with this chest, I can kill some zombies, gather my 2 levels, store those 2 levels, defeat some more zombies, store 2 more levels, and after doing this many times, I got much more XP than I would by killing the same number of zombies without this chest. Let's see how much XP I got with just these zombies. 49. And as promised, I will rank the enchantments. So this chest with the infinity enchantment, in my opinion, is not 100% normal. I think Mojang wouldn't add something like that. I also don't think it fits here in the a little illegal. I think it's a worth considering because the illegal plus has to be more absurd things that you can't even imagine Mojang would add, and the should be banned. I don't need to say because you'll see in this video what should be banned. And the next one is a door with portal enchantment. So let's go get our door to enchant with portal enchantment. Just come here to the enchantment table, place the door here and equip the portal. And the door with the portal works like this. I can place a door with a portal here in this village house. A 5-second timer will start, and if this timer ends, the door breaks and the effect doesn't work. But if in less than 5 seconds I manage to go to another place and place this door, when the time runs out, the two will be connected and this door becomes a portal that I can go through and come out the other side. It also serves as a great elevator. This door here is right below that door, so I can go up and down to my mining in a few seconds. And if you have any more ideas for using this door, comment your suggestions for utilities, because maybe I'll make a video just showing things that can be done with your comments with these enchantments. So I'm going to place the portal door here on top of the chest. 2 enchantments tested, still missing all these here that add crazy things. And of course, the rarest and craziest of all, which is the black hole enchantment for TNT. But the next one also has to do with doors, and is the password enchantment. I can come here, put it on my enchantment table, and enchant my door with a password. And the name of this door already explains everything, right? You can put a password on your door, and now anyone who wants to enter here will need to enter the password. If they come here and enter the wrong password, it won't open. But if they enter the correct password, the door opens. Even the villager himself can't enter his house because the door has a password.
Ai, que maldade, cara!
And for those of you wondering, yes, you can enchant a door with a portal and with a password. And then I can come here, link 2 doors to go to one side, I can pass through, but to go to the other side, you have to enter the password. This is really cool for those of you who have a secret base and want to keep it hidden. You can have a teleport to it, but the person needs the password to enter. The password door, man, it's not 100% normal, but it's also not as absurd as the portal door. In my opinion, the password door should be here in the a little illegal category. Comment if you agree with me. Ah, but Geleia, if I have this door in my normal house, the thief can just break the side and invade. Yes, he really can. That's why there's an enchantment that will solve this problem, which is the camouflage enchantment that can also be placed on the door. The camouflage enchantment is used to camouflage your door according to the block it's on. So if I'm placing it next to white concrete blocks, my door will be camouflaged with a white concrete texture. But of course, this one is a normal door, right? So it doesn't have any special enchantment. But if I want, I can enchant it with a portal, with a password, and with camouflage. And now I can come here and camouflage my base with a password and with a portal. So now I need a password to open this camouflage door. And when I enter it, I can be teleported to another door. But there is still level 2 camouflage, which is very useful for a secret base door. Because, for example, let's say I have a secret base here where the floor is cobblestone, but the blocks above are grass. If you put a level 2 camouflage, it adapts in real time to the block next to it. So if I want a diamond door, I can change. I can change the top part to dirt, to grass. I can change it to cobblestone, and of course, open the door normally. And if it's a door with a password and camouflage, the little panel only appears when you get close. Look, you have to be very close for it to appear, so this camouflage works for the password panel too. The door with camouflage is something crazy. I can't imagine this being added to Minecraft, but there are some mods that do it, and in my opinion, I put it together with the chest here in the worth considering. It's not so illegal. It shouldn't be banned, but it's a bit illegal. I can't imagine Mojang adding it so easily, although I think it would be really cool. And the next enchantment is called Rock and can be placed on a bed. It's a bit strange, but you'll soon understand why. I enchanted my bed with rock, and now I'm going to dig down a bit until I find the bedrock, which is the hardest block in Minecraft, the most unbreakable block in the game. And this bed enchanted with rock, in English, ends up being called bedrock. I can come here and break the bedrock using my bed enchanted with rock. This is definitely very illegal, man. There's no way not to put this in the most illegal category, but it's not time to evaluate yet. Before evaluating, I'll show that you can create a completely indestructible house with bedrock, a house that can't be invaded, and then you put a password protected door, and that's it. No one else can enter this house. In my opinion, the bedrock enchantment is totally illegal. Just for being able to break the bedrock, I think it's the first in this video that will go into the should be banned category. It's risky even for Mojang to want to ban me for making this video. And now, the time has come for the camouflage enchantment that can be placed on bedrock. We saw that now you can get bedrock, so why not enchant it? Let's enchant it with the camouflage enchantment. There we go. I have a camouflaged bedrock, and this is a very, very bizarre block because I can simply paint any side of it with any color. So, if I want to make a block with different colored sides, I can. Look how interesting this is, man. And don't forget, this is a bedrock, so it can't be broken in survival. But obviously, the camouflaged bedrock is not for you to paint the little block the color you want. It's for you to make an entire base with bedrock and hide it under the stone. And of course, if you want to make this even more secret, you can put a camouflaged door with the texture you chose for the bedrock. In this case, I placed a camouflaged stone door, and I have a secret base made of bedrock with a camouflaged stone door. I don't think camouflaged bedrock should be banned from Minecraft, but it's also not 100% normal. I think nothing in this video is going to be 100% normal. I think it goes in here. No, actually, it's a bedrock, right, man? Starting with the fact that you can't get it. So just like what allows you to get it should be banned, this here should also be banned. 7 enchantments have already been tested. 5 more to go before we get to the black hole TNT enchantment, which can destroy your computer. But now we're going to test the nightmare, which is also the enchantment for the bed. The nightmare works like this. The player will try to sleep in a bed with a nightmare curse. Actually, it's not an enchantment, right? And when he tries to sleep, he is teleported to a dimension with various monsters that keep trying to kill you, and you can't let them reach you. You have 1 minute to keep killing these monsters, and it's quite difficult, okay? But if you survive this little game, you get out of the nightmare. However, if any of the creatures catch and kill you, you lose all your inventory items, and it's impossible to recover them. In my opinion, that would be very annoying, but I think it would be a really cool curse to exist in Minecraft to troll your friend. And I think Mojang would add this, okay? Because it's not that absurd. It's not 100% normal because it strays a bit from Minecraft, but it's a bit illegal. The 8th enchantment is really cool, man, because it is added in the notepad. Its name is Density, and it allows you to go from level 1 to level 5. I'll take a level 3 here just to exemplify. And it solves a very common problem in Minecraft. Today, if you want to create a song using Minecraft Survival, you need to play several command blocks, change the timbre you want to play here, measure the time between each beat, and then you will have a little sound. But this density enchantment allows you to have several notes within just one command block. So you can come here and select the sound you want to make. For example, I wanted to make this sound and add a delay of 5 ticks. And I come here, increase the number of note blocks, change the amount of delay I want. And I can keep doing it this way, changing the sound I want in the note block and the amount of time I want to wait between each note. And now I can press this little button here to test how my sound turned out. It became a mess because I don't know how to make music, but when I think it's finished, I can click on this little check mark and I have a note block that plays the entire song at once. Yes, bro. There are exactly 9 notes stored in a note block, and that's because I'm at density 3. At level 5, the capacity goes up to 128 notes. You can have an entire song inside a note block. In my opinion, this could be added to Minecraft, so I'm going to set it to 100% normal. Now get ready, because it's time to test the Gordon Ramsay, which is the furnace enchantment, but there's also the power, which is the enchantment for the beacon, and the infinity, which is the enchantment for the piston. This one is crazy, and of course, I haven't even mentioned the TNT one that will blow up my PC. Let's enchant my furnace with Gordon Ramsay. For those who don't know, Gordon Ramsay is a very famous chef from the United States, I think. When you place a furnace enchanted with this on the ground, a miniature version of the chef appears on top of it. Any item I heat inside this furnace goes straight into his inventory, and he will do this animation and throw whatever is inside him at me. In other words, I got 5 minutes of saturation that keeps me from getting hungry just because Gordon Ramsay got a piece of meat and decided to throw it in my face. Besides that, he can also use these meats to attack the mobs and deal a lot of damage to the creatures. Look how insane, man. But if the meat runs out, he can hit the creatures on the head with a pan. And it makes a really funny noise too. And the enchantment level defines the saturation time you gain, which can go up to 1 hour, the amount of damage it causes to mobs, and how many items it carries. Yeah, that's pretty bizarre, right, man? You can't imagine it in Minecraft. In my opinion, it's illegal plus, only losing to breaking bedrock in survival. The next item is the beacon, which I can enchant with power. It's just 1 level of enchantment, but this will impress you. Besides this beacon being able to give you effects like the normal Minecraft beacon, it has this very beautiful effect that looks like something from an anime that simply attacks mobs in a region of 100 blocks by 100 blocks. So I set it tonight here for you to see how it works. Every mob that spawns in a region of 100 by 100, my beacon attacks and eliminates instantly. Look at this, man. Yeah, they are guided missiles coming directly from the source of this beacon. This should definitely exist in Minecraft. It's very hard to make a beacon. So I can imagine this in the game. I'm just gonna place several of these beacons just to see what happens. Wow, look at this craziness, man. And now I'm going to spawn several zombies, and let's see what happens here. My god, dude. Meteor shower. Look, of course I made a horde of zombies, but in a few minutes this will be completely wiped out. And look, although I find it extremely crazy and very interesting, I think this is illegal. Plus, it can't be added to Minecraft. And it's very bizarre and very OP. The last enchantment before we get to the black hole enchantment for TNT is Infinity on the Piston. You can enchant from level 1 to level 5. Level 1 allows for a piston size, and level 5 allows for a much larger size, but it uses much more XP and lapis lazuli. You can enchant normal pistons and sticky pistons. This is crazy. I'll start by explaining with a TNT. If I want to activate this TNT, I can just place a redstone block next to it, or I can come here and make a piston that curves. Since this is level 1, it has a maximum size of 8 blocks, meaning if I place a redstone block here, it won't reach the TNT. But I have here, my dear ones, a piston with infinity 5. And this here is infinite. I can make a piston that goes up all this way. Then it goes here, then it goes down, makes a turn to the side, goes down, makes a turn forward, goes down, goes to the side, goes up, makes all these bizarre turns here, and ends up here next to this TNT. Now just click here to close, and that's it. The piston will retract. Now if I place a redstone block in front of this piston and activate it, look what happens. It makes the entire path carrying the redstone block and activating the TNT, man. I think this is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in Minecraft. I can even make a spiral. Look, a curve around the piston itself, man. Do you have any idea what this is, man? How much programming it takes to do this? Comment below on things you think can be created with this piston, because I want to make a video just testing these things on the channel. In my opinion, the piston with infinity should be banned. There's no way. It's cursed, man. This is very illegal. And now, after testing all these enchantments, it's time to test the TNT with Black Hole enchantment. There are 3 levels. Black Hole 1, 2, and 3. And it does exactly what it promises. It explodes and creates a black hole at the explosion site that starts sucking in things from the world. The mobs, the players, the blocks, the houses, everything starts being sucked into the black hole. But since this is level 1, it creates a tiny black hole that only sucks in a few things. If I were in survival here, I think I would also be sucked into the black hole. And actually, players are not sucked in apparently. Only mobs and blocks. This here will keep sucking for a while and then it will stop. The level 2 one creates an explosion the same way, but it sucks more. So it starts sucking more from the world than Black Hole 1 and also creates a much bigger hole. Look at the size of the big ball. And of course, my friends, the TNT with Black Hole 3 creates a much larger black hole that lasts much longer and sucks much more from your world. Look at how many blocks it's sucking in, man. My PC is already starting to lag just from this existing in the world. I'm going to spawn some cows to be pulled in here. And look at the bizarre effect that ends up being generated because of the cows being sucked into the black hole, dude. This is completely insane. And to really put my PC to the test, I'm going to add several... My God, everything's already lagging. Before everything freezes, man, I want to remind you that the Geleia doll is available all over Brazil. You can already get yours. Don't waste time. It's really cute. It has several points of articulation for you to play with. So don't forget to look for your Geleia doll. And my computer, my friends, can't handle this black hole, can it? I can't even place more TNTs here. Look, oh, there's one placed here. I'm going to blow them up. They're not even exploding because of so much lag. Yeah, it seems like my PC can't handle it, man. It's freezing everything. But if you liked this video, click on the video appearing on the screen to keep watching the content. And don't forget to comment on things I can do with these mods, with these customized items that I tested here.
Geleia sabe que você é muito legal. Na moral, você assistiu até o final. Uau.